afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Parents, I can truly say that I share your joy and your excitement and your enthusiasm about today's graduation, and we all know why. I'm a proud parent of this graduating class also.
Yes.
90% of you, when I met you as parents, when I met you young men as students, when you were in 6th grade, when you sat across my desk, 90% of you said, I'm here at the Neighborhood Academy because I want to be challenged. I want my kid to be challenged. And I want my kid to go to a school that's in a safe place. 90% of you. Same thing with you young men. I want to be challenged, and I want to be in a safe place. It's one thing to desire to be challenged. It's another thing to lean into that challenge and embrace it and accept it and approach it. And that's what you guys have done. You took the road less traveled. It could have been a lot easier for you in other places and a lot of your other home schools, but you embraced this challenge and you walked into it. And your families and the faculty and your teachers are tremendously proud of you for that. You may be seated. At this time, we're going to acknowledge a few students for distinguished awards in content areas, in areas of improvement, in areas of potential, and in athletics. Could Ms. Rubin, our science teacher, please come and present the Science Award?
Hello. The Middle School Science Award is given to the middle school student who demonstrated outstanding effort in science literacy this year. This student exhibited an exceptional ability to communicate his understanding of physical science concepts. He demonstrated a careful and attentive approach to the scientific process and the use of abstract thinking to solve problems in force and motion. In addition, through insightful questioning, he displayed an interest in all areas of physical science. This year, the Middle School Science Award is given to Casey Owell.
Our next award will be our Math Award.
The Middle School Math Achievement Award recognizes a student who has shown remarkable growth in the topic of mathematics. This year's recipient has demonstrated a willingness to distinguish themselves by being an independent worker, as well as having shown humility when help is needed. This year's award goes to J. Lee.
The Social Studies Award will be given next.
The Middle School Social Studies Award is given to the middle school student who demonstrated outstanding effort in social studies this year. This student demonstrated the ability to communicate his understanding of geography, history, creativity with projects, and all curriculum requirements. This year's Middle School Social Studies Award is given to Xavier Williams.
Middle School Language Arts English Award.
The Middle School English Award recognizes the student who's shown remarkable growth in the reading and writing of literature. This student came into the Neighborhood Academy already achieving at a high level, and yet that did not keep the student from every day coming to class, paying attention, looking at their work, taking comments to heart, and improving. And as a result, this student has made remarkable progress despite their already high achievement. So I'm very pleased to recognize Zamira Coleman.
The Athletic Achievement Award. I have the privilege of handing out the Athletic Achievement Award for both a male and a female athlete. We're going to start with the female first. This young lady excelled in cross country and track, and is one of the foundational members of our middle school girls basketball team, and has been an excellent leader not only on the field of play but off. And we're very proud of her and look forward to what she's going to do in the future. Her name is Zahara Watson. Privilege to talk about. I kind of say he's a self-made athlete. He sets himself a goal. He's been steadfast in approaching that goal and trying to achieve those goals. Non-stop, three-sport athlete, standout in football, place winner in several tournaments of wrestling, and a school record holder in the shot put this year in the spring, Mr. Malachi Ewell. Award is the student who has the biggest improvement, the most improved. I'm sorry, the Rising Star Award.
Thank you, Mr. Jernigan. Welcome, everybody. My name is Ron Stein. I'm the middle school director, and it is my honor and privilege to award the Rising Star Award. The Rising Star Award is given to an 8th grade Neighborhood Academy student who shows outstanding potential as a scholar and person. By demonstrating achievement in the classroom and beyond, this student is destined for success. Now, one of the words that stood out to me the most in there was beyond, because in my mind, I'll never forget when the student truly captured the curriculum that we were learning in 6th grade with their mind, and they took it to new heights for themselves. And when I think of what this student brings, not only to this community he's leaving behind, but the one that he's moving forward to, I know that he is going to help elevate all of those around him. And in my heart, I knew that he was going to be an astronaut. Now, I can't guarantee that this young man is going to be an astronaut, but I do know that whatever he does, he is going to excel in. He is going to take his world and others around him to new limits. And with that said, I would like to give this award to Mitchell Davis.
Our last award will be the Francis Nordell Improvement Award.
Francis Cohen Nordell Improvement Award goes to a middle school and high school student that exhibits the most overall improvement academically, socially, emotionally, athletically, just overall student life. here at the Neighborhood Academy. And this young lady last year that's receiving this award today was a little bit, oh, come on, Mr. DeBoer. I'm blaming you. Okay, this young lady last year was kind of, I don't want to say like in the drama a little bit, but this year she was part of solving. She was stepped up as an amazing leader, getting kids where they need to go, showing up to all the events, participating in everything she needed to participate in. And I have no doubt she's going to be an amazing 8th grade young lady for the new students coming in next year. That is Miss Aurora Jackson.
Congratulations to all of our award recipients. At this time, I would like to introduce our head of school, our proud head of school, Dr. Anthony Williams. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
And thank you all so much for attending this 8th grade promotion and celebration of our students' achievements. First, to our parents, we want to thank you very much for your collaboration and partnership with your children. We understand, recognize, and realize that choosing a school for your children all too often can be a difficult decision to make. And for your belief in not only what we do, but also whom we do it for, we greatly appreciate it. To our faculty and staff, as we celebrate our students' achievement here this afternoon, we also celebrate you all as well. Your dedication to our mission and your countless efforts to pour into our children does not go unnoticed. Thank you all for your dedication, your commitment, and all you do. And to our students, you're turning a leaf into a new chapter. You've exhibited and demonstrated our core values: ability, belief, resilience, transcendence. You devoted your efforts towards something greater than yourself. Today you celebrate a milestone within your journey. I hope you've learned, I hope you've grown, and we look forward to acknowledge, celebrate all of your achievements today, tomorrow, and days to come. And to our 8th graders, as we look to celebrate you today, we'll also celebrate them tomorrow as well, as through our Rising Up ceremony, you'll officially enter into our high school. We're proud of you. We look forward to all that you do, and again, we celebrate you. I have the distinct honor here this afternoon to introduce our keynote speaker, Reverend Jones. Reverend Cornell Jones is a pastor, activist, mentor, father, and husband. He is currently the director of street outreach for the city of Pittsburgh, where he brings outreach teams and law enforcement together to counteract and prevent violence in our communities. Reverend Jones served as the protestant chaplain at SCI Pittsburgh Prison for over 10 years. While working in the prison, he was involved in many crisis de-escalation and gang prevention teams, such as Security Threat Group Team, CISM, and the CERT team. Reverend Jones is also the executive director of Operation Amani. This is a re-entry and gang intervention program that was founded by his wife, Dr. Toya Jones, and himself to help the community find peace from numerous traumas of life. Reverend Jones truly has a heart for incarcerated youth and adults and the marginalized communities. He continues to walk the path of community activists that his father, the late Bernard H. Jones, paved for him many years ago. Reverend Jones was the program manager for Urban Youth Action, founded by his father, who inspired him to always fight for equality for those who are oppressed. He continues to work with at-risk youth in schools, detention centers, and neighborhoods all over the country who many people label as lost causes. Reverend Jones continues to provide trainings on topics such as violence prevention, classes and rites of passage programs to people of all ages. He has been a featured speaker on many college campuses, including University of Pittsburgh, California State University, John Jay College, Penn State, CCAC, Carlow College, Pittsburgh Public Schools, and numerous corporations and community programs. Reverend Jones has received many community service awards, including the Dare to Dream Visionary Award from the Southside Coalition for Peace, the Bernard Jones Community Service Award, which is the highest award given by Urban Youth Action, and the UYA Volunteer of the Year Award. His resume and accolades are quite impressive, and I can go on and on speaking of him. But I want to end by this note here. He is the son of Geraldine Jones and the late Bernard H. Jones, founder of Urban Youth Action and the Poise Foundation. He is married to Dr. Toya Jones, LCSW, and a proud father of Cornell Jr. and Naomi Jones. Without further ado, I ask you to help me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Brother Pastor Cornell Jones. How y'all feel? Come on, how y'all feel? Listen, I want you to look at these babies graduating. I want to ask you that one more time. How y'all feel? Yeah! Listen, to the kids over here, I want you to look at these parents and say, how y'all feel? I'm gonna remix that. I want you to look at these parents and thank them for their love and their support, y'all. Can we clap our hands for them? Come on, somebody. Come on, y'all. And can we clap our hands for the staff over here? One last time, can we clap our hands? Because this is just an amazing day, right? Let's celebrate up in here. I'm excited, y'all. Can you tell I'm excited? Can you tell? I'll sit back down if I'm too excited. I'm excited because we get to celebrate these young geniuses, y'all. Y'all hear what I'm saying? These young geniuses that when I'm getting a chance to see these young geniuses coming up here winning awards for the work and seeing the rising and changing young people that have made some changes in their life. I'm gonna be honest with you. In my career, dealing with the streets and dealing with working in prisons and stuff like that, I don't see that as much. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So I was telling them over here, I was like, listen, this is a joyful day for me because they're giving me life. Y'all hear what I'm saying? They're giving me life because of what they're doing and what you guys are doing in this school. Y'all parents are giving me life because of what you're doing at your households and how you've been working with these young geniuses so many different ways. And it's amazing. I was also telling them, because I was peeping out what was going on, I said, man, I know some of these parents up in here and they're on the front lines of the community, so I know why these babies are doing so amazing. Is that right? So I celebrate you too. I celebrate you. I'm excited. I'm in like graduation mode. My son graduates on Friday, and my daughter graduates like the next week. So like, listen, I had a full head of hair before the end of this because I've been stressing. You know what I mean? And speaking of full head of hair, I want to take you back to my 8th grade graduation, right? When I had a full head of hair. Don't be laughing at me, Pastor. I think I had a box. I don't know, maybe it was 4 or 5 days. I checked how high it was like every other week. Anybody know what I'm talking about up here? Am I the only one that used to check my box? How many weeks? I think I'm at 5 inches, son. You know what I mean? I was excited about me graduating, and I think I wanted to get like the flyest haircut, and I wanted to go there and be super duper fly. And at that time, you know, don't act like it was so cool, y'all. There was a guy named Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, I don't know if I need it. Michael Jackson, thank you, sir. Anybody remember Michael Jackson? Do y'all know about Michael Jackson up in here? Y'all, they're like, he's vintage. Y'all know, he's not he's vintage. He ain't busting. I got a dog. Michael Jackson they called him the king of what? Okay, y'all, these kids is geniuses for sure. The king of pop. And he had a song that when we were coming out and we were trying to figure out, because you know, a lot of times you get a theme for your class, and somebody came up with this whole idea of bringing out the old Michael Jackson song that he used to say, I'm talking to the I'm talking to the man in the mirror, which was a song that was written by Michael Jackson, Glenn Ballard, and Sadia? Say it one time. Saida Garrett. And she had a band. I remember she was really cool with braids and everything like that. And like Saida Garrett. And it was an amazing song that came out and said in Jan. It was released in 1988. And that song talked about looking at the man or the woman in the mirror. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And they wanted us to look at who we are as 8th graders. Y'all hear what I'm saying? They wanted us to look at ourselves. And what they said is they wanted us to look at the words. And the song sort of went like, I'm not going to sing it. I'm not going to sing it. It said, I'm going sorry. Sing that. Come on. I'm going to make a change for once in my life. I'm going to feel real good. Going to make a difference. Going to make it right. Yeah. As I turn up my collar and make favorite winter coat, and this wind is blowing my mind, I see the kids in the street without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and one man's soul. They follow each other on the window, y'all know, because they got nowhere to go. That's why I want y'all to know I'm talking to the man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This ain't karaoke. So when we're looking at that song, it made us think about who we are of those situations that we were looking at. There was a whole other level that was happening. You're going from the 8th grade to the 9th grade. I had to realize that was a whole new world. Can I get a witness up in here? I'm a church man. You can say amen. And so I had to realize that was a whole new world. Can I get a witness up in here? There was a change that had to happen, and those old things that the life I used to live when I was in the young buck age, when I was in middle school, I had to change up and be someone that's going to be on a whole other level. What happens is sometimes that's good, or sometimes that's bad. The choice is yours, as Black Sheep would say. So understanding that the choice is yours, and you have to understand that there's another level that we have to go. There's some sacrifices and some things that we have to look at when we're looking at the man or the woman in the mirror. And so guess what? This ain't just for the kids. When we're looking at the man or the woman in the mirror, there's some things that I had to look at. If I'm trying to go to another level and I'm going from 8th grade to 9th grade, there's some sacrifices that I have to make, because now I have to step up my grades and do things at another level, because they're going to give me more homework. They're going to give me more assignments. There's things that I'm not able to do that I used to do when I was in middle school that I can't do anymore. Can I get a witness of it? There's another level. See, there's some change. And I had to realize that if I'm going to take it to another level, I got to get a mentor. Somebody say a mentor. Somebody say a mentor. A mentor is something that you can get at any age. My grandma, who was 90 years old, used to look up to that lady who was 103 years old. Because she wanted some wisdom. She wanted to learn. And as she got older, she was like, man, how are you doing this? You know what I mean? She wanted to get some insight. To go to another level, I said, you have to look at yourself and say, what am I going to do with my study skills? While other people were going out and playing, there was a young boy that I used to hang out with back in the day. He was, no matter as far as we went out grade-wise and education-wise, he kept staying out till it was late. And my parents, thank God for them, would bring me inside the house. Now, I whined and complained all the time. I was whining. Why are you always doing that to me? You know what I mean? Why are you doing that to me? Why are you trying to pull me in the house? My friends is outside. But I had to realize to get to another level, there was some sacrifice that I had to do to be able to handle myself in that situation. My friend who I'm talking about, he's dropped out of school. But now that we're older, now he's like, man, I wish my parents would have pulled me in like your parents did. At that time, I couldn't stand my parents. Now I appreciate my parents. So being in the right place is important because you're getting in with the right organizations. You're continuing with the school right here. You're continuing to get in after school programs in different places out here. You're continuing. Listen, in this room with the parents alone, there's about 20 after school programs that I know alone that people can get involved in. I know in this program right here that there's programs, there's feeding, there's a whole other level. I remember when the school first started, don't you guys get off this late, right? So, listen, back then everyone was like, man, that's crazy. But they were saving lives. People that were saying that that's crazy didn't realize that those kids were able to stay, get a meal, be around an environment that helped to transform their lives, y'all. Because of the vision of this program right here. So just realizing that, who do I need to get away from? That's what the parents do. Who do I need to get away from that's in my life that's stopping me from reaching my goals? looking at the man in the mirror, looking at the woman in the mirror, who sometimes we got some relatives, I'm like, I gotta get away from Ray because Ray about to get me killed. I had a cousin that, I remember I was downtown, this is Blood in the Crip area, I remember I used to hang with one of my cousins, and a lot of them were caught up in the whole blood thing. And I remember I was by myself, and they actually, there was a group of Crips at that time who saw me by myself, but remember I used to hang with my cousins who were in the whole blood gangs back in the day, and they saw me and they ran after me. I'm running like, I'm not one of them, I'm just hanging with them. But because of my association, follow what I'm saying, y'all, because of who I was connected to, they thought that he must be one of them because I'm around them all the time. So realize who you're hanging with, and if you're around the wrong situation, the wrong people that you don't need to be around with, find another group to get with. What are my goals? What are my goals? What are the goals that you have? You're in 8th grade now. You big time, what? 8th grade is what, 14, 15? What is that? How old are you now? Come on, y'all talk. I'll be hearing you in the hall. What grade? How old are you? 14 years. You a big time. You know what I mean? You 14 years old. You 14 years old. Like, you gotta have goals. You gotta have goals. You gotta have things that you're working towards. You gotta have things that you're working towards, and then you gotta look at. That's why it's good to connect with. Like I connect with my man, Mr. Arrington, to be able to put steps on different goals that I have to be able to take myself to another level. Can I get a witness up in here? And how am I going to reach those goals? Who do I need to connect with? What people? What groups do I need to connect with? Do I have a teacher that's one of my mentors? Do I have a pastor that's one of my mentors? Do I have a friend? Am I going to do some research? What am I going to do to be able to take things to another level, y'all? Malcolm X once said, education is our passport to our future. For tomorrow belongs to the people who are ready for it today. Brother Jason up there, my dear brother Jason used to, I remember we were doing some work up in shooting, Brother Jay. And Brother Jason introduced me to one of his motivational speakers that I still listen to today, right? His name is Eric Thomas. Anyone ever heard of Eric Thomas before? E.T. He said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. He said, desire the imagination of the potential to position a person for greatness. He said, look in the mirror. This is what I love right here. He says, look in the mirror. That's your competition. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. He said, look in the mirror. The man in the mirror, right? The woman in the mirror. That's your competition. My biggest battle, y'all, this is testimony service now. My biggest battle is me. Can I be honest with you? My biggest battle is me. I know that the good Lord wants to take me to a whole other level. And there's some things that I need to do because when I'm obedient to the will of what I'm supposed to be doing, like I see how the transformation of not just my family's life, but the people that I'm blessed to serve life will be. So I got to get out my way. So my challenge to you, sisters and brothers, is get out your way. Look in the mirror and understand that you're your own competition. Last thing, there's one of the late great Howard Thurman, who was one of the mentors for the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. He says, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive. And go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. People who have come alive. It's time to come alive. No more dealing with that old stuff that I did when I was last year. There's another level that we got to take it to, y'all. Y'all hear what I'm saying? There's a whole other level. The fact that we're celebrating, this is just in my life because I deal with so many street stuff and I see so much negative. The fact that we're celebrating these young brothers up in here, I don't get a chance to see that. These young brothers up in here that are making things happen. I thank God for the sisters that are making things happen. We celebrate you too. But the fact that what you guys are doing and the fact that these parents have made a sacrifice to be able to get involved in the school right here shows that you care, man. Shows that you care. So I thank God for each and every one of you. I'm proud of all of you. I'm super duper proud of the parents because this level wouldn't happen if it wasn't for this level over here. So we celebrate you. We celebrate you. And we're thankful for the class of 2025. We're thankful, y'all. Y'all keep on moving. Don't stop. Don't look backward. Keep on moving. Think about your goals. I want to be able to see you in the street one day and you be like, yo, man, my goals, I want to be this one day in the future. Listen, I wanted to be someone who dealt with violence back when I was in 8th grade. Sounds crazy, right? Like, I wanted to do what I'm doing. My wife, Dr. Toya Jones, it's funny, we were talking about this, she wanted to do what she's doing in social work back in the 8th grade. The thing that we had to understand is we had to start making the steps back then to be able to get to where we're at right now. So if I wanted to stop the things that were happening, I had to realize I had to have clean hands. So if I got caught up in some of the things that my people, some of my relatives, some of my homies and stuff like that were getting caught up in, guess what I want to be able to do now is what I'm doing now. So it's important. You have to be that person that I believe in iron sharpens iron. If one of my friends is getting caught up in something, and you know you're like, man, no, you want to be something in the future, snatch them up because you love them. That's your friend right there. That's what my friends did to be able to help me out, so I can be able to do what I'm doing right now. I'm blessed to be able to do this. I'm blessed to be around geniuses right here. So I thank God for each and every one of you. Can we just clap our hands one more time for the class of 2025? Can we clap one more time for the parents of the class of 2025? Appreciate you all. Some of you waiting on when I call your name, please come up and accept your 8th grade middle school neighborhood academy diploma. Quran Kosa. Mitchell Davis. Malachi Yule. Bryson Jr. J-Ron Lee. Zaya Lowe. Casey Awa. Jamal Orr. Joaquin Zavaja. Phaedra, my apologies. Zion Smalls. Caden Sullivan. Josh Taylor. Elijah Turner.
So, join with me into our prayer. With every eye closed, head bowed, reflection on the Lord. Watch over our school, O Lord, as its years increase. And bless and guide her sons and daughters wherever they may be. Keep them ever unspotted from the world. Let their hearts be warm with the flame of their early ideas, their faith unshaken, their principles unmovable. Be thou by their side when the dark hour shall come upon them. Strengthen them when they stand. Comfort them when they are weak in heart. Raise them up if they fall. May thy abiding love be with them through the struggles and suffering, that they may attend their steps. In thy mercy lead them heavenward. In their hearts may thy peace abide all the days of their lives. May God add a blessing to his prayer. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.